Hey everyone, how we doing? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, which means you liked the previous one, and if you haven't watched it already, I'll put the clip up here, so go and watch my vlog. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about how I achieved this look behind me. This is Limewash Paint. Now, lime washing is becoming incredibly popular at the moment because it goes with various design styles. So we were talking about traditional, even modern, and also goes with various themes such as Parisian, Mediterranean, industrial, you name it. What's so beautiful about this type of paint is that it brings character and texture to the wall. There's texture, I love it. It's pretty simple to do, and there's so many different types of colors. Now I chose two colors together and I've joined them together because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go with. Now, gone are the days when we have boring white walls. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with white walls, but let's bring some flavor, let's bring some character, let's make it interesting as you walk into your room. Now, I'm going to be giving you the real deal of how I achieved this look because it wasn't completely easy. I'm just going to show you the mistakes that I made so that you don't have to make the same mistakes as well. Any specific questions you want to ask me, comment below or find me on Instagram. Now, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and I will see you at the end. Now, I wouldn't say the kitchen is to my preference, but it's very functional and it's a very big space as well to work with. When we moved in, we just added a few of our personal touches such as tiles and colours, a breakfast bar here, lighting and so forth. But now I just want to enhance the space to my current style. Now, a part of preparation, as you do, I'm just using a dust sheet to cover up the breakfast bar because this is where I'm going to put all my equipment and paint. I recently upcycled this table actually. It's originally from IKEA. I painted the legs black and revarnished. Yeah, I don't know why I took the paint lid off. I think I was a bit excited and I've got paint on it already. Now all the preparation's done, I'm just going to take down this clock and all the wall fixtures. I was in two minds whether I was going to keep this clock because it is quite industrial, but I think it still would work well with the Limewash paint. Now, depending on the condition of the wall, ideally, or it's been advised, that you use an acrylic base coat paint for the walls, especially because the lime washing that I'm doing is a completely different colour to what's on there at the moment for optimal results as well, and it also helps the lime washing paint to stick to the wall. So it's the next day. As you can see, all of the prep paint has been added on and it's nice and dry and it's looking fresh. So now I can start on a fresh, clean wall. The radiator I'll come back to because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Obviously, eventually I think we want to change the radiator, but I may paint it black. So yeah, it's now a moment of truth. Just got a clean bowl. Right, so I'm going to mix the water with the paint. It comes in a powder form. This is the Sabio Primo one first. So I want half. So for the first coat, I went in to add 1 kilogram of powder, and because I was mixing both colours, I had to just do 50-50 of both and add the amount of water that was required for the 1 kilogram amount. Make sure you mix really well. You don't want it too watery and you don't want it too thick as well, which you'll find out later on in the video, the mistake that I made in not getting the consistency right. Now the fun begins. Now to start the lime washing, I must say this was very therapeutic. There is a specific paintbrush that you need to use, but it comes with the pack. And when you're applying it on, you want to do it quite lightly in a crisscross manner. I don't know if you can see, there's like these light marks on there. You hardly can see it, but I'm a perfectionist and it's there and I can see it and I don't want it to be there. I've contacted the company to get some advice. I'm not sure whether maybe because the solution is too watery and it was bubbles and now it's burst and it looks like that. I'm not particularly sure because that is the second coat and it's come through. So I'm going to let that area dry and then go over it again probably tomorrow when it's dried a bit more. But yeah, this is the second coat. The area is still drying. Haven't done the top part yet. And I need to do second coat on that one. But you can even see the difference between that first coat and that second coat, even though it's not dry. But yeah. So this is day 3. The first and second coat in some areas have been done, so I'm now coming back to do second and third coat. You can see in certain areas that are lighter than, and that was due to the consistency of the paint. So this is why I said it's really important that you make sure the consistency is right. When it's too thick, you're not going to get the textured look because you can't see the brush strokes. So yeah, as you can see there, mixing up again. So this is the kind of consistency you want, just a little bit light. This is when, through this process, I realised there needs to be a bit of common sense. Now, I've gone by the instructions, but when it's been too thick, there's been problems. And when it's been too thin, as you can see in these areas, there's problems. So you can really see the brush strokes here because I think it was too thin, the consistency. So over here, I've started to add a bit more of the powder in there. And the strokes are much better. So yeah, I'm kind of washing my brush and let it dry, and I'm gonna do the second coat tomorrow and then just add more powder to it to make it thicker. But I can't really see it in the video, but it's looking good. It's gonna be much lighter than this. So at the moment it looks a bit brown, and I'm hoping for it to be more stone color. Yeah, that radiator is an eyesore. It needs to go at some point. But yeah. So here I am with my happy face because I'm finally complete after 4 days. It doesn't usually take that long, but due to circumstances I had to take my time. And now I'm putting back all my shelves and fixtures and making the space aesthetically pleasing. Now, how was that? Is it not beautiful? Have I enticed you enough to use this paint on your wall? I hope I have. As I said, it just brings so much dimension, so much warmth. It's my favorite now, and I'm going to be using it in another room. So please come back and see how I do that. Now that I've learned from my mistakes, I'm going to be using it in a different room and just bring a different kind of feel to that room as well. So watch out for that. Now, as I said before, if you haven't followed me already, please do so on at the better space. Again, I'll pull it up above. Please come back and I'll see you guys on my next video.